Join me as I dive into Asterigos Curse of the Stars to see if it really lives up to the hype or if it's just another forgettable game. Asterigos Curse of the Stars is an action role-playing game that has been flying under the radar, despite its critical and community reception. It's a game that seems to have gained a following, but hasn't quite reached the same level of popularity as some of its contemporaries. When I first heard about Asterigos, I was skeptical. I mean, how many action RPGs can the market handle? And wasn't it just going to be another Souls-like game with a few tweaks here and there? I wasn't alone in my skepticism, as many people online were comparing it to other titles in the genre, saying it was just trying to cash in on the popularity of games like Dark Souls and Nioh. But as I dug deeper, I started to notice some concerning signs. The gameplay mechanics, for instance, seemed a bit shallow at first glance. The combat looked button mashy, and the level design seemed pretty straightforward. And what was up with the graphics? They looked pretty, but not exactly cutting edge. And yet, despite all these concerns, something about Asterigos kept drawing me in. Maybe it was the unique art style, or the promise of a deep and complex story. Whatever it was, I decided to take the plunge and see what all the fuss was about. One of the things that really stands out about Asterigos is its story. It's a fascinating tale of magic and ancient civilizations, with a unique twist that sets it apart from other games in the genre. The world is richly detailed, with a deep history that's slowly uncovered as you play through the game. And the graphics, while not exactly bleeding edge, have a certain charm to them that really adds to the game's atmosphere. But the real star of the show is the combat system. At first, I thought it was just going to be a matter of button mashing my way through enemies, but as I progressed through the game, I realized that there was so much more to it. The combat is deep and complex, with a variety of abilities and upgrades that really add depth to the gameplay. And then there's the character development. Your character is fully customizable, with a deep skill tree that lets you craft them into whatever kind of hero you want. The game also has a complex crafting system, which lets you craft your own equipment and upgrade your gear. One of the standout moments for me was when I stumbled upon a hidden underground city. It was a massive, sprawling metropolis filled with secrets and hidden dangers. The level design was amazing, with tunnels and platforms that twisted and turned in ways that I never could have predicted. But what really blew me away was the narrative twist that came shortly after. I won't spoil it for you, but let's just say that it completely flipped my understanding of the game on its head. Suddenly, the story took on a whole new level of complexity, and I found myself completely invested in what was happening. So, does Asterigos have what it takes to be a sleeper hit? I think so. It's a game that's full of surprises, with a unique story, deep combat mechanics, and a richly detailed world. If you're looking for a game that will keep you engaged for hours on end, Asterigos is definitely worth checking out. I should know, because I just spent 3 hours playing this game before I could put it down to make this video. Thanks for watching, and if you've played Asterigos, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content on games just like this one.